Friends, good evening. Today's subject matter of my talk is Ideas and Perception of Article 142 of the Indian Constitution. Article 142 of the Indian Constitution is a significant provision that grants the Supreme Court extraordinary powers to ensure justice is delivered in cases where existing laws or mechanisms fall short. It states as follows. Article 142, Clause 1 states like this: the Supreme Court, in the exercise of its jurisdiction, may pass such decrees or make such order as it is necessary for doing complete justice in any cause or matter pending before it. Article 142 in the clause 2, it also empowers the Supreme Court to make orders of the enforcement of its decrees and ensure its functioning effectively. The spirit of the Constitution refers to its underlying principles, such as justice, equality, liberty, and the rule of law, which guide its interpretation and implementation. Article 142 is very much a part of this spirit as it embodies the following principles. First principle is ensuring justice. Article 142 empowers the Supreme Court to ensure complete justice, which is a fundamental goal of the Constitution. Judicial activism. It allows the judiciary to step in where existing laws are inadequate or silent, thus reinforcing its role as a guardian of the Constitution. Separation of powers and with flexibility. While India adheres to the doctrine of separation of powers, Article 142 provides flexibility for the judiciary to fill gaps in law to prevent injustice, aligning with the overall objective of maintaining fairness and equity. Another principle that it covers is the public interest and equity. Thus, provision enables the court to address broader concerns such as environmental issues, social justice, or human rights, even when legislation or legislative or executive action is absent. However, there is a criticism and debate about Article 142 of the Indian Constitution. Now, while Article 142 is seen as essential for justice, its use has sparked debates. First argument is judicial overreach. Critics argue that extensive use of Article 142 can lead to encroachment on the powers of the legislature or executive. Second point, checks and balances. Some suggest that its application should be guided by self restraint to uphold the constitutional balance. Spirit of democracy. Now, overuse could potentially undermine democratic processes if it bypasses legislative will. Now, let us see how this Article 142 has been used recently, or I have been using it for, but some of the very landmark judgments, the recent ones, I have tried to take it up to explain how the Supreme Court has used and interpreted Article 142 of the Indian Constitution. Now, over time, we find that the judiciary has interpreted the Article 142 of the Indian Constitution expansively, resulting in landmark judgments that have had significant legal and societal impacts. Now, some of the important case laws relating to Article 142 are as follows. The first landmark judgment that I think it may be referred to here with Union Carbide Corporation versus Union of India, case 1991. Facts: The case arose from the Bhopal gas tragedy, one of the worst industrial disasters in history. The court ruling was the Supreme Court invoked Article 142 to approve a settlement between Union Carbide Corporation and the Union of India for $470 million to ensure speedy compensation for victims. The significance lies to this fact that the case highlighted the court's power to ensure complete justice even by passing strict procedural laws if necessary. Second case which I would like to refer here with Supreme Court Bar Association versus Union of India in the year 1998. Facts were like this. This case dealt with contempt of court proceedings against a senior advocate. And the ruling was like this. The court held that its power under Article 142 cannot be used to ignore express statutory provisions. And the significance definitely lies to this fact that it clarified the limits of Article 142, emphasizing that it cannot override substantive statutory laws. In another case, Lalita Kumari versus Government of Uttar Pradesh in the year 2014. Facts, the case dealt with the mandatory registration of FIRs in cognizable offences. Ruling was like this. The court used Article 142 and directed all police officers to compulsorily register FIRs in such cases. Significance lies to the fact that ensured the protection of victims' rights and streamlined police practices. In another case, Manohar Lal Sharma versus Union of India, it is known as a coal block allocation case 2014. And now this case was concerned with the irregularities in the allocation of coal blocks. The Supreme Court quashed all illegal allocations under Article 142 and ordered fresh auction. Now, significant light to this fact that it demonstrated the court's commitment to the principle of fairness and transparency in governance. In another case, State of Tamil Nadu versus K. Balu 2017, this case pertained to the sale of liquor along highways to curb road accidents. The court ruling was like this, that the Supreme Court banned the sale of alcohol within 500 meters of national and state highways using Article 142. And significance lies to this fact that the ruling demonstrated the use of Article 142 to address public health and safety issues. Another case, Navtej Singh Johar versus Union of India 2018. The case involved the decriminalization of homosexuality by reading down Section 377 of the IPC. And the ruling was like this. The court used Article 142 to ensure the immediate protection of LGBTQ plus its rights after declaring the law unconstitutional. And significant light to the fact that it marked a pivotal moment in ensuring equality and justice for marginalized communities. And recently, in a very, very important case, which is known as Ayodhya verdict, M. Siddiqui versus Mahant Suresh Das 2019. Facts, the dispute involved the title of the Ram Janmabhoomi Babri Masjid site. Ruling, the Supreme Court invoked Article 142 to hand over the disputed land to a trust for temple construction while allotting alternative land to the Muslim community. Significance lies to this fact that the judgment balanced the right of both communities using Article 142 to deliver a solution aimed at complete justice. Now, these are some of the important case laws which I would like to mention here with. And we may conclude by saying that Article 142 is undoubtedly a part of the spirit of the Constitution. And it serves as a safeguard to ensure justice prevails even in challenging circumstances where laws are insufficient. However, its use must be balanced with the principle of separation of powers and democratic governance to maintain harmony within the constitutional framework. As such, Article 142 remains a battle tool of the judiciary to ensure justice in exceptional circumstances. However, its application has also sparked debate on judicial overreach, underlining the need for a balanced approach. Thank you very, very much.